My name is Patrick Ullman. I am a solo practitioner, so it's the Patrick Ullman Law Firm, essentially. And I've been specializing or been primarily practicing in the areas of family law, including divorces, custodies, adoptions. I do some wills, trusts, and so on. And something that's a little bit unusual, but very common in Nebraska, are the gun trusts, or a jurisdiction that has a rather generous attitude towards firearms and the accessories that go with them. So I've been doing quite a few things as time goes on. Sometimes the cases slide into a little bit of criminal defense, but usually it stays pretty much away from that. I graduated from William Mitchell College of Law in St. Paul, Minnesota back in 1983 and started out in my hometown, which really sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But eventually moved on to Austin, Minnesota. I became a county attorney there for about 16 years. Was asked to step in afterwards for a neighboring county to be their county attorney when that person went to be with JAG Corps in Afghanistan. So I had another year of that. Eventually, because of family relations and circumstances at the time, I ended up down here in Nebraska. I was admitted to the bar in 2011 and have been essentially solo practicing pretty much since then. Did a little time with one of the law firms here in town, but I'm at the age and mindset where being solo practitioner works well for me. Well, I have my undergraduate degree in criminal justice. It was a 4-year degree, which was actually fairly rare at the time. But I found that the law courses that went with it, including some civil law, constitutional law type classes, seemed to click better for me in terms of the logic and the intellectual discipline that went with it. And so I made application to some law schools and was admitted to 3 of them, which was kind of a surprise. But William Mitchell had kind of the reputation and the layout curriculum that I wanted, and so I went to that particular school. Well, the thing that most people are really afraid of or in handling or dealing with an attorney is that everything is so complicated and so on. And simply I tell them, look, you're just going to follow what I tell you. Going to worry about anything until I tell you it's time to worry. In the meantime, I'll do all the worrying for you. It's not as scary for an attorney to go through the process, and you have to make them feel comfortable knowing that it's show a little confidence to them, to the client, so that they know that they don't have much to worry about. They see things on TV or they see the dramas and they see all this other nonsense. And it's something it's hard to fight with. Even as a prosecutor, we always had the CSI effect, where juries had to be told, yeah, you're not going to get this magical device and you're not going to get magical results in 10 minutes and the whole thing doesn't come into place in 40 minutes or so. It just doesn't work that way. We give them a realistic idea of a timeline, which could either go very quickly. Sometimes with the court schedules and with COVID and everything else, all of a sudden something that could have taken 6 months now may take a little over a year. And we just have to keep them focused and on track. But the idea is to keep them from worrying about things that they don't need to worry about. They're trying oftentimes to think too far ahead of themselves about things that really don't matter much. Usually it comes from at least the county attorney's experience, and that's the ability to kind of look down the road and see 10 trucks coming at you and figure out which 9 are going to fall off the road. And so you have to kind of do that. Usually you can see the ones coming and you can pretty well guess which one is going to be the truck that gets to you. But that's kind of my ability so far, is being able to sort those things out and keep people not worrying about the things that really don't need to be worried about. Being a solo practitioner is very nice. I usually don't keep a very well set schedule. As a result, I have a lot of clients who in the past have shown up for meetings at 9 or 10 at night. I've had clients who feel free to call pretty much any time, which sometimes good or bad, just how it works. But the thing that's nice about them is that I've had some clients I consider as really good friends because we've worked through a lot of things together. They know that they can call me up. The way I schedule payments and things like that works for them. If I get a call on a Saturday, I'm not going to slap them with a $75 Saturday phone call fee unless I get 26 calls from somebody. But I just make it flexible for them and know that they have someone in their corner who they can talk to and be comfortable with. That's really the fine art of, from my standpoint, being an advocate for somebody, is that you can listen to them at odd times before it builds up. Or if something comes up that they may think is important and it really isn't, or conversely, they think they want to let you know something's happening and all of a sudden, the alarm bells go off because I can spot what's going on. So that's really kind of the nice part about things that I offer to my clients.